Installing a new shower door system is easier than you think. Before starting, read the instruction manual for your Delta Cabot shower door system.
Don't skip parts of the video, as you may miss key steps, and consult the manual for more information. Then, check that you have all the tools required for this install.
Don't forget safety equipment like safety glasses, closed-toed shoes, and non-slip cut-resistant gloves.
You'll also need 2 people for this install, so make sure to have someone else on hand.
Next, you'll want to make sure your shower door system fits inside your enclosure. Measure the height, making sure the distance from sill to ceiling is over 75 inches for shower enclosures, 62 3/4 inches for tub enclosures.
Then, check the width of your enclosure, first at the bottom, and then 6 feet up the wall. Most walls aren't perfect, so these measurements most likely will differ. As long as the difference is less than 3/8 of an inch,
and both measurements are within our 53 to 60 inch size requirements for our 60 inch door, or 44 to 48 inch size requirements for our 48 inch door, this door can be installed inside your enclosure.
If your enclosure has an acrylic surround, you'll need to check its wall height as well.
This height needs to be more than 71 1/4 inches for shower enclosures and 59 inches for tub enclosures.
You'll also need to figure out if there's a stud near the front of your enclosure, as this is critical for an install. Once the center of the stud is found, mark its location at the bottom of the enclosure.
The outer edge of the sill needs to be at least 2 inches away from this mark, and the inner edge needs to be at least 1 1/4 inch away from this mark.
If after double checking, all these measurements match the requirements, the door can be installed in your enclosure. If you have any questions about these measurements, call or email us here.
Each door comes with unique components that work as a system for the door to properly function. Make sure you have all the components listed in the instructions for this shower door system, and that they are installed properly, ensuring there are no stowaways hiding in pieces of packaging.
It is also a good idea to tape over the drain, as to not lose anything during the install. And be aware, there are 2 types of screw anchors that come with each shower door. One is used when installing into hollow acrylic parts of an enclosure, and a more standard tile anchor for the parts of the enclosure that are more solid, like tile or marble. Tile or marble surfaces should also be drilled with tile drill bits. Regular drill bits tend to crack tiles and should be avoided. Also, be very careful with each glass panel. The glass is tempered, which is stronger than normal glass, but not unbreakable. If hard materials, such as tile or metal, contact the glass, it could damage it and cause it to break.
For this reason, please leave corner protectors on the glass until prompted to remove, and only place the glass on soft materials like cardboard or styrofoam when it is not on the shower door track.
Lastly, this is important, when cutting the top track or dam strip, it is crucial that you are certain all measurements and marks are correct. A miscut track could completely ruin an install,
and is key to a successful install.
If at any point you have an issue, call this number or email us here.
Measure the distance between the side walls at the bottom of the enclosure. If your enclosure has rounded corners in these locations, or if you have any other questions regarding this step, please contact us here. Subtract 3/8 of an inch from this measurement and mark it on the dam strip using a pencil or other marking tool. Be sure to double check the accuracy of this measurement and calculation. Using a miter box, cut the dam strip with a fine-tooth saw at this mark. If needed, use a metal file to smooth rough edges and clean up any metal shavings. Apply a thick bead of silicone to the channel on the underside of the dam strip, and place the dam strip 1/4 of an inch from the front of the sill. Ensure the dam strip is the same distance from the front of the sill at both ends. And don't worry if there is a small gap between the dam strip and each side wall, as this is normal and will be covered shortly. Temporarily tape the strip into position as it cures. Apply a bead of silicone to the underside of a dam strip retainer and place it over the outer edge of the dam strip, pressing it into the wall and onto the dam strip at the same time. Repeat for the other side of the dam strip. Before continuing, ensure the center guide will fit on your sill by placing the long edge along the inside of the dam strip. If your center guide hangs off the edge of your sill, call this number or email us here. Using a stud finder, ensure that each sidewall has a stud near the front of the enclosure. Mark the edges of the studs as shown. With the holes towards the top, place the collar template against the wall of the shower enclosure, along the inside edge of the dam strip. Use a level to ensure the collar template is vertical, and tape in place. There are 2 sets of holes on the guide, one for shower enclosures and one for tub enclosures. For shower enclosures, mark the top 2 holes of the collar template with a pencil and remove the template. For tub enclosures, mark the middle 2 holes in the collar template and remove the template. Double check that the hole locations marked are within the vertical stud marks, as these lines denote the stud's location. Most shower enclosures are made from either tile or acrylic. If your wall is tile, avoid cracking your tile by using a tile drill bit to drill a 1/4 inch hole at each location. If your wall is acrylic, use a regular drill bit to drill a 1/8 inch pilot hole, followed by a 3/8 of an inch final hole at each location. Repeat these steps for the other side of the enclosure. Measure the distance of the upper shower enclosure by measuring wall to wall at these holes. Subtract 7/8 of an inch from this measurement. Using a marking tool, such as a pencil or tape, mark this measurement along the top track. Be sure to double check the accuracy of this measurement and calculation. After you've double checked the measurement, use a miter box and a fine-tooth saw to cut the top track. If needed, use a metal file to smooth rough edges and clean up any metal shavings. Now, insert appropriate anchors into the previously drilled holes. For acrylic anchors, fold them up by pushing the center of the anchor in while squeezing the outer clips together. Then insert the anchors into the drilled holes. Disassemble both top track collars. Place the top track collar into position and secure to the wall with 2 screws, hand tightening until fully secure. Repeat for the remaining collar on the other side of the enclosure. Place the top track into the collars by sliding and rotating it through the collar slot. Secure the top track by reinstalling the retention plates on both collars, hand tightening with a screwdriver until fully secure. Find the center of the dam strip by measuring the distance between the side walls and dividing it by 2. Using a pencil or other marking tool, mark this distance on the installed dam strip. Place the center guide template on the sill so the long edge is against the inside edge of the dam strip. Align the center notch with the center mark made on the dam strip. Use a pencil or other marking tool to mark the 2 screw hole locations on the sill. If your sill is tile, avoid cracking your tile by using a tile drill bit to drill a 1/4 inch hole at each location. If your sill is acrylic, use a regular drill bit to drill a 1/8 inch pilot hole, followed by a 3/8 of an inch final hole at each location. Insert the appropriate anchors. Again, folding the acrylic anchors before inserting. Then, insert the anchors into the drilled holes. Place the center guide base bracket onto the sill and align it with the holes. You can use a drill to get the appropriate screws started, but they should be hand tightened with a screwdriver until fully secured. Take one of the glass panels out of the box and lay it down on a soft material that lifts it off the ground a few inches, such as the cardboard or styrofoam that comes with your door, ensuring the label on the glass faces up. Inspect the glass for damage, such as chips or scratches, that could have occurred in transit. If any damage is found, do not attempt to return this panel to the seller. Instead, call or email us here for a replacement panel. We can help you. Again, this tempered glass panel is extremely strong, but can break if it contacts metal or hard surfaces. Leave the corner protectors on until instructed to remove, and otherwise handle with care. With the label facing up, remove the bottom 2 corner protectors from the panel. Test fit the glazing end caps and glazing channel on the bottom of the glass panel, ensuring the diverter blades face up this time. If the glazing channel needs to be trimmed, tin snips can be used to trim the excess material so that all components can sit flush on the glass panel. Otherwise, leave it on the glass. After testing the fit, remove the glazing end caps and apply a small bead of clear silicone into the base of the caps. Reinstall these components, again ensuring the diverter blade faces up. Wipe away any excess silicone using a clean cloth or paper towel. Press the side seals onto the edge of the glass, aligning it with the glazing caps and working up from there. Make sure the blades on the side seals are facing up this time. For tub enclosures, your seals will need to be cut. You can mark them 52 inches from one end and cut them at this mark. Reinstall the seal as before. Disassemble one of the inner rollers. Align the hanger bracket with one of the holes at the top of the glass. with the smooth side facing up. Then, insert a bushing into the hole. These components are very important. If the metal roller contacts the glass, it could damage the glass and lead it to break. Reassemble the rest of the roller bracket on the glass, with the roller wheel facing down. Secure with the hanger nut, hand tightening with the L wrench until fully secure. Repeat with the other inner roller. With someone else's assistance, carefully lift the inside door into the enclosure. Angle it away from the enclosure and lift the rollers into the top track. Then, as it is brought back to vertical, lower the door onto the inner slot. Take the other glass panel out of the box and lay it down on a soft material that lifts it off the ground a few inches, such as the cardboard or styrofoam that come with your door. Ensuring the label on the glass faces down this time. Do not skip this section. While it is similar to the previous one, it is different in key ways. Inspect the glass for damage, such as chips or scratches, that could have occurred in transit. If any damage is found, do not attempt to return this panel to the seller. Instead, call or email us here for a replacement panel. We can help you. Again, this tempered glass panel is extremely strong, but can break if it contacts metal or hard surfaces. Leave the corner protectors on until instructed to remove, and otherwise handle with care. With the label facing down, remove the bottom two corner protectors from the panel. Test fit the glazing end caps and glazing channel on the bottom of the glass panel, ensuring the diverter blade faces down. If the glazing channel needs to be trimmed, tin snips can be used to trim the excess material so that all components can sit flush on the glass panel. Otherwise, leave it on the glass. After testing the fit, remove the glazing end caps and apply a small bead of clear silicone into the base of the caps. Reinstall these components, again ensuring the diverter blade faces down. Wipe away any excess silicone using a clean cloth or paper towel. Press the side seals onto the edge of the glass, aligning it with the glazing caps and working up from there. Make sure the blades on the side seals are facing down as well. For tub enclosures, your seals will need to be cut. You can mark them 52 inches from one end and cut them at this mark. Reinstall the seal as before. Disassemble one of the outer rollers. Align the hanger bracket with one of the holes at the top of the glass, this time with the smooth side facing down. Then insert the bushing into the hole. These components are very important. If the metal roller contacts the glass, it could damage the glass and lead it to break. Reassemble the rest of the roller bracket on the glass, with the roller wheel facing down. Secure with the hanger nut and screw. Hand tightening with the L wrench and screwdriver until fully secure. Repeat with the other outer roller. With someone else's assistance, carefully place the outer door onto the top track. Carefully move either door up to a wall, preferably with the inner door on the same side as the shower head for optimal water retention. The door seal should be parallel with the wall of the enclosure. If either panel needs adjustment, carefully remove the door. You can change the placement of either roller to adjust the height of the door and how it lines up with the wall. Lowering a roller will raise its side of the glass, and raising a roller will lower its side of the glass. Once height points are set, replace the screw and nut, hand tightening with a screwdriver until fully secure. With assistance, reinstall the doors as before. Ensuring to add anti-jump components this time. Hand tightening with the screwdriver until fully secure. Replace decorative covers. Now, move both doors to one side of the enclosure to begin installing the center guide. Slide the center guide cover into the channels on the center guide base, ensuring the angled portion of the center guide is facing into the shower enclosure. Install the corresponding center guide side bracket onto the exposed end of the center guide. Add the screws and hand tighten until fully secured. Carefully move both doors to the other side of the enclosure and install the remaining side bracket onto the other end of the center guide. Again, adding screws and hand tightening until fully secure. With both doors near the wall, remove the top corner protector nearest the wall on both doors. Place a grab bumper on the edge of both glass panels, just above their blade seals. Carefully press the bumper onto the wall with both doors. While holding the grab bumper in place, carefully move both doors and mark the hole in the center of the bumper. If the wall is tile, avoid cracking your tile by using a tile drill bit to drill 1/4 inch hole at this location. If the wall is acrylic, use a regular drill bit to drill a 1/8 inch pilot hole, followed by a 3/8 of an inch final hole at this location. Insert appropriate anchors. Folding the acrylic anchors before inserting. Attach the grab bumper to the wall with the screw, hand tightening with the screwdriver until fully secure. Repeat these steps with the other grab bumper on the other side of the enclosure. Fully disassemble the handle assembly, being sure to identify all corresponding components. First, place a plastic bushing into one of the handle holes in the glass, followed by washers and the rest of the post assembly. These components are very important. If the metal handle contacts the glass, it could damage the glass and lead it to break. Remember to install handles facing away from either door, as to allow either door to move freely past each other. Hand tighten until partially secure. Insert one end of the bar onto the installed post, while the uninstalled post is on the other end of the bar. We recommend adding silicone to the bar and both posts for extra security. Insert the remaining bushing into the other handle hole in the glass, and carefully rotate the handle to align with this hole. Again, ensuring washers are placed before being tightened down. Hand tighten both posts until fully secure. Repeat these steps for the other handle. Again, ensuring gaskets and bushings are used and the handle is facing away from the other door. Use clear silicone to seal the inside of the dam strip. Lastly, there's important safety and usage information on the shower door glass sticker. Only the door's user or owner should remove this sticker, as they need to be allowed to read this information. And there you have it, a brand new shower door system to completely revamp your bathroom. If you still have any questions, contact us here.